Right, so hello everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about Catch the 5K. If you don't know what Catch the 5K is, it's essentially just an app that you you run and walk. It's basically like I think it's 8 weeks. I'm not sure. It's a few weeks like training program basically to get you from not being able to run to being able to run a 5K. And essentially what it is you'll have like an instructor, like virtual one, coach, whatever you want to call it, and you will say run for 1 minute, walk for 1 minute, and then gradually over time it will become like think run for 5 minutes, walk for 1 minute, stuff like that. Eventually at the end you can run 3.1 miles or 5K without stopping. So whether that be in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, you get the gist of it. Right, so I've explained what it is. It's basically for people that want to be able to run 5K and can't. Now, it it's sort of preference. I'll give you some backstory. So I started running, not properly, but I did park run once a week. Started in 2017, April, so 3 years ago. Around this time, 3 years ago. And I wasn't the fastest. I was running like, I didn't do any sports before that either. Um, I just used to do nothing really. I had no fitness. My first park run was like 25 minutes. And I did like a 5K before that, and it was in like, I'm not gonna count that, but it was like 24 minutes. So I was at that fitness, and I kept doing it each week, and I kept getting quicker. But aside, like just so you have some background, 3 years I was like running 25 minutes back then. I started running like sort of properly in September 2017, but I wouldn't even call that properly because I wasn't training properly. I was just running for a club, if that makes sense. So running more frequently, but hard, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. But I'm a 17-minute 5K runner at the top like, right now, and I'm pretty sure in about a month or two I'll be able to run a 16, and I'm training for a half marathon, and I'm aiming to run like sub 119, so 117, 118. I mean, it's a decent time. It's down to your judgment. But anyway, so I'm just trying to get the point across that I know what I'm talking about, and that yeah, okay. So Catch the 5K is free, obviously, but I don't think it's necessary. It's got its benefits. Like if you're, no offense for like morbidly, not morbidly, but if you're obese, then it makes sense. But if you're just like maybe even a bit overweight, you don't need it. Now, basically, I don't want to say to you don't do it. If you want to do it, that's fine. But naturally, you can run a 5K without stopping, unless you're like disabled. But if you've got normal function in your body, even if you're overweight, you can. Now I'll tell you why. So I guarantee most of you that have tried it and can't run a 5K have gone out for a run, and maybe you can do a mile, but you're running too hard, but you don't think you are. So it'd be like me going out now and running a sub 5 minute mile and saying, "Oh, I can't run a 5K," even though that would be the fastest I can go in a mile, not in a 5K. So I think the problem is most people are running too hard for, you're just running too hard, and you're bonking. So you're running, say you can run 5K in 30 minutes, 10-minute mile pace. You might be going out running 8-minute mile pace, and you're like gassed, and you're like, oh, why can't I run 5Ks? Because you've gone too hard too soon. You need to even it out and prolong it because it's an endurance event, it's not a sprint. Um, yeah, you might think, oh, well, I've tried that. Well, have you, like, go out for a run and don't run your, if you can't run a 5K, but you can run a mile, run slower. If you run 10 minutes for a mile and then you can't continue, you have to walk, run 13 minutes and try and do three of them. I think people are just, they think they can't do it, which is fair enough because sometimes you're not confident in your ability, or you've tried it, but it's because you were going too hard for 1 mile. Because you like, the way the Catch the 5K works is obviously it trains you, but what it is basically you're running and walking. So why would you run at 8-minute mile pace and walk like 20-minute mile pace for I don't know, 5k, trying to train for it, when you could just balance that out and just jog slower than your usual running, but quicker than you would walk, because it's still going to be the same result when you think about it. I hope that makes sense, because I think, I know you can do it. You might think, not think to yourself, but I know it's not that hard. It's just running. Like, you might be the most unfit person, now you can only run 20 minutes per mile, but you can still run 5k if you just slow it down. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, next time you go for a run, if you attempt to do 5k, instead of, like, okay, catch 5k, admittedly it does work, but why would you waste 8 weeks doing that when you might be able to do it? You just need to try it. You just need to slow down. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's as simple as that, and like, it just frustrates me, because I've got a family member that does catch the 5k, and she has improved, obviously. Now I think she could run the 5k now, but I think she could have ran, or I know she could have ran it before she started it, if she just slowed down. Like, okay, now if she did the 5k, she'd be much quicker. But when I mean the 5k, I don't mean like run and walk. I mean like just run the entire thing, or jog, whatever you want to call it. Just your definition of running, so not walking. And whether that be it look like a power walk because you're going so slow, that is still running. So I just think Catch 5k is beneficial. Like, if you want to take your time to do 8 weeks or whatever it is, training program, to just be able to run 3 miles, 5k, that's up to you. But I know you can already do it without that training, unless you're obese. Then that is obviously, obese or got really, really bad, like, cardiovascular fitness and VO2 max, but otherwise you can. So I'm not trying to, like, slate Catch 5k, because it is good, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to, like, make you aware of the fact that you might not need it, and that you can just run a 5k if you just slow down. Because I see so many people, like my friends, for example. My friend, I was at the gym with him doing a recovery run, but he wasn't a recovery run. He was running like flat out at like 9 minute mile pace, and he ran a mile and he had to walk. And I said, why don't you slow it down to 11 minute mile pace? And he's like, why? And I was like, you'll go further. And he did it. He ran for 2 miles. And I was like, see, there you go. Like, you can run further if you just slow it down. I think that's what people need to understand. Like, I'm just trying to say that you can run a 5k without Catch the 5k. If you want to do it, that's completely fine. But I'm by no means talented, naturally fit. I didn't have the best lifestyle to be a runner. I just train hard, and I just train properly, and that's what I'm trying to get the point across to you, just to train properly. Don't go out and run 400 meters as hard, and then have to walk and like, oh, I can't run 5k. Just take it easy. It shouldn't feel hard. It should feel nice and relaxed. And before you know it, you're right. You would have done 5k, and you're like, oh, if I ran 5k, and you're like, oh, I can keep going. You'll keep going. That's how it works. Like, how do you think people can run marathons and stuff on so little training? It's just because the pace is so slow. Like, if you're trying to run a 5k, don't run at 400 meter, 800 meter pace. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry if I have offended anyone in this video. I'm truly sorry if I have. I'm just trying to inform you and trying to make things easier for you, because sometimes you just need that sort of guidance from somebody, um, instead of just believing something because you're not confident in your own ability. Like, for example, you've got coaches that sell you these like one size fits all training plans that are ridiculously expensive, when that isn't what you actually need. Is what I'm trying to say. Catch 5k obviously is free, so like, you can't complain about it. But I just don't want you to waste your time when you could be training, like, at a higher ability, if that makes sense. Because you might be spending 8 weeks to run a 5k when you can already do that, and then you could be like training 8 weeks to improve your 5k. So yeah, if this video has helped you out, please leave a like on it, because it really does help me out. If it doesn't, just please leave a dislike, and I might make this again. If you're new around here, please subscribe, because it really does help me out, and it gives me some sort of gratification for what I'm telling you, and shows that you care and listen. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.